They're arresting my cousin.
They're arresting
And that's when I heard, and I followed you guys down, and then I didn't see anything, and I didn't know what happened.
They were followed by a drone.
They were, yeah, I see like that one. There's those two right there.
Yep.
Now,
From what I heard, there's about 3 drones circling right now, and there's several unmarked police cars driving in circles around the police station currently, sort of like a RICO arrest.
right.
Where if they catch you walking back by yourself and they get suspected that you are somehow involved in what is going on,
Right.
then they are going to arrest you.
Okay.
I also know that people being arrested are being posted at $1 million bail.
Okay.
Anyone who is arrested is being held for a week until they get their summary hearing from the point that they were arrested, and they are all being charged on suspicion of arson, suspicion of conspiring to commit arson. They're being arrested on suspicion of attempt to incite riots,
Okay.
and on suspicion of attempt or contempt to incite riots.
Okay.
So that is currently what is going on.
Okay.
I know this because I've been a part of several of the protesting groups since George Floyd left. I've been out here for more than 5-6 months now doing all of this. And those 5-6 months I was out here every single day. All of the groups kind of stopped and started spacing them apart. And when everything kicked back off, I received messages from all of them. I just got done talking with the city council president, Ishmael.
Yeah,
He told me
he was
all of
over
that
here.
information. And then on top of that, I just finished speaking with the Unapologetic 717 and Green Dreams and Lancaster for Change groups, who have all either headed home or have gone to safe houses located around Lancaster through other political activist organizations, so that way they are not targeted and arrested either.
Okay. Awesome. Now, trying to think of questions, man. Holy crap. Were you here last night?
I was not.
You were not. Okay.
I was working at my work, which is actually just up the road from me.
When did you first find out about what happened on Laurel Street?
I received a text message from my family who knows I'm involved in this right around the time of about 6 o'clock. And they told me that a shooting had happened on Laurel.
Okay.
And that just to make sure I made it home safe, messaged them when I got there. At first I thought it was no big deal, so I started looking into it online. That's when I saw the reports, and then I went online to Facebook where I started watching the lives. And then it was approximately about 9 o'clock that I heard about the rioting and saw the rioting happening on
the streams.
live streamings that were going on.
Now, do you know about, I'm not saying that you're involved in, but I'm saying you know that Sneakerville was looted.
Sneakerville was looted. That store over there, which sells retro gear, was looted. The art gallery that they call Reds or whatever down the street was looted. They ripped down the Black Lives Matter signs. A bunch of kids from Harrisburg. They threw it in the middle of Chestnut Street here and burned it in front of the police station. Lots of stuff happened. Up on Laurel and right around Union Street, they were bashing in police vehicles' windows, denting the car doors, throwing bricks and full gallons of liquid at police officers.
Okay.
Then approximately around 3 a.m. in the morning or so, after the body cam footage was released at just about midnight, all of the majority of the protesters, after seeing the body cam video, kind of dispersed. I wasn't here, but I'm assuming it was to go recollect their thoughts, think about what was actually happening now that they were getting some legitimate facts out of the city. And then it was at about 3 that people were starting to threaten to rush the ramp. And that is when police came out from that walkway up there.
3 a.m.
Just around 3 a.m. They came out of that walkway up there.
Okay.
And they made their way down here, where then rubber bullets were fired at protesters right after they had fired several tear gas canisters.
Okay.
I have several friends who were hit by bullets, and several friends who are in
Yeah,
possession
there
of
was
the
a
rubber
gentleman
bullets.
out here with large gauges and tattoos
Yes.
who showed that he was injured.
He was the one who was shot, and a part of the Green Dreams crew, which I'm not going to say his name, but
Yeah, no, you don't have to say no names.
he was also one of the people who has one of the bullets, and he was posting and talking to those of us who followed the Green Dreams about what was going on.
Now, I came up here earlier, and I actually found one of the paddles from the grenades. Like when you hold the grenade, there's the paddle that comes through.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually found one up here. I took it home and put it in my safe because this is history, what's going on here.
Not only that, one of the big issues that's going on with it is that Lancaster City tried to hide the fact that rubber bullets were used. Camilla Harris, our mayor, made a statement saying that she heard nothing about rubber bullets being used whatsoever on anyone who was down here during the protest.
Oh, okay. Now, this gentleman here with the flag, you know that earlier, I actually have it on video, and I am actually the one who suggested it to them. Him and another gentleman are actually going to get together and go down to Laurel Street and sweep up and clean and paint and everything Wednesday at 4 p.m.
Yes, we actually made an announcement about that.
Yes. Now, that's the thing is that Now, when I saw people screaming at him, that's why I came in and was like, hey guys, you know, like, you might not agree, but you guys do at least agree on one thing. And you saw what happened here. Now, do you have any comment about what happened there when I tried to calm people down and people just got more angry?
Unfortunately, I think at this point, it's just become a lot of white voices have become too loud.
But the thing is, I'm not white, I'm biracial. I'm Cherokee, Indian, Irish, and German. So I'm 1/3 Cherokee, 1/3 German, 1/3 Irish.
Well, I mean, and that's true about everybody. I mean, I can date my family's history back to Essex, England, Germany. We came over to the United States back when the first immigrants were coming. On my father's side of the family, we have famous fur traders from over here. My mother's side of the family and my father's famous philosophers, mathematicians, all of those things, to the King of England, a royal governor of Massachusetts, who went ahead and was kicked out of office because he did not join in the Revolutionary War. There was a whole bunch of shit in my family that happened. So I'm mixed for as far back as I can think across European nations. My family definitely owned slaves at some point in their life. There's no doubt about it. I have, at least, even if it's a tiny percentage, probably some black in me down the line. I have 2 adopted black sisters, 3 adopted Puerto Rican siblings. And I think at this point they are just tired of hearing from anyone who is either white or looks white.
But that's the thing, is
due
that
to
it
the
looks,
reason that a lot of racial profiling happens due to the looks of you. A lot of Dominican and Puerto Rican men who are dark-skinned identify themselves as black. The reason they do that is because the racial profiling is done based off of your skin tone. And because you and I are very, very light-colored, that's what instantly incites that negativity. But I do know for a fact that being at these protests, that a lot of times people will be able to talk about it and de-escalate it themselves if they are given the chance to talk. And the biggest issue with that is the overlapping noises. I definitely think there are very good voices out there. I know a lot of people here would listen to me if I said something because I have been so present and they know I'm a real ally. But at the same time, somebody they don't know, especially somebody wearing a press ID card,
have you heard?
they've had a lot of negativity.
You know about YouTube, right?
YouTube?
Yeah. Go to Lancaster Watchman. That's me. I've caught several police beating homeless people. I've blasted them on that. I'm actually facing 5 fraudulent charges right now for them. Trust me, there's some cops in there that I have no love for at all. But I'm here to be neutral, and when I saw them attacking this guy, and I spoke with him earlier, and on my other phone, which is in my pocket, him and another gentleman, you said they even made an announcement about it. I have that whole conversation documented. And they actually came up and were thanking me for that. And then to have someone turn on me like this, when I was just trying to say, hey, calm down, listen, this is the guy that they were talking about with earlier. And to have them do that, that makes the group look bad. Just because, in other words, the old expression, don't let a few bad apples spoil the whole damn bunch.
No, you're right.
Now, my other question is, have you ever heard of Carl Sagan, the astronomer?
That is not ringing a bell. I know the name, but I don't know much about it.
You know the space probes, Voyager?
Yes.
You know the furthest human thing from Earth?
Yes.
Right? He's the guy who made them. The gold record on them. His wife is the one who drew the drawings on it, of the man and the woman and all that. Do you know his saying about we are all star stuff?
I've heard it once, but it has been a while, so I cannot say I remember.
Well, he did a show back in the 70s called Cosmos. And Neil deGrasse Tyson just redid it pretty much recently. So you had a white guy and a black guy both doing the same thing, both astronomers, both very smart men. Unfortunately, Mr. Sagan has passed away a very long time ago. But in your body's made up of atoms, right? It's made up of elements. Those elements came from stars that exploded billions of years ago.
Definitely.
Right? So Carl Sagan, by saying we are all star stuff, is saying that we're all together, we're all related, we're all one.
Yeah, you're right. The human DNA is 99.99% exactly the same.
Right.
It's just a few key genes inside of it that changes things such as height, weight, hair color, skin tone.
Exactly.
Skin tone is nothing more than the amount of melanin that your body is producing at the time. So, I'm a ginger, so my melanin produced only gives me freckles. I can't even tan.
Me too, bro, because of the Irish. But so would you agree with the saying that we are all just stardust looking back at the stars trying to understand itself?
Yes.
So do you think that would be a more positive message to spread than yelling at people?
I think it is, but at the same